it may still be too uncomfortable for you to become happy and prosperous. Um, that may not make sense, but I'm referring to a message I received on this state in 2020. And the only reason that we're ever uncomfortable, or the only reason that we aren't prosperous and not having abundance, is one thing, is that we haven't connected to our authentic selves. And we all must do that if we want to live the life that we're supposed to have. But the reason I started talking about it in 2020, because I was talking about the change that is happening in our world. And we've all felt it, you've seen it. And we've looked at things over the several years and thought, wow, why is everything going crazy? This is unprecedented. I've said that before, that we've used that word so much, and we're going to see things that we've never seen and all of that. But it's for a reason. The reason is for us to become happy and prosperous. You see, because when we connect to our authentic selves, who we're meant to become, then we have everything that we want. Every human was born to do that. There's no difference, but it's our consciousness. It's our state of evolvement that exists within each of us, and it's always at different places. Some of us will never get to that place because we've been told or programmed so long that we can't understand who we are. And I can speak to that because it was challenging for me to get here. I'm going to read the message to you because I reposted it. I put it up again because it wasn't on the site, but I wanted everyone to see it because it will probably make more sense. We evolve in our consciousness over time, and we don't see things coming necessarily. This is why we have events that occur in our world that catch us by surprise, so to speak, and we didn't see it was happening. That's because we're not paying attention. That's all. And it's difficult because most times what we have to do is go into that unknown, which is uncomfortable for all of us. Every single person can move to another level of understanding where they can produce success in their lives, so they can produce abundance and make a contribution in an energetic way that would cause our world to become what it's meant to be, which I call better. And because this is not what we wanted. But the thing is, and the surprising thing is, how you get through it, how we all get through it, and how we change things is by going in, working on ourselves, and becoming who we're meant to be. A lot of people are feeling like maybe they're going through a dark night of the soul. Well, yeah, I've had several of those. I've been through many of them. I've been through so many things. I'm much older. I've been through many evolutionary changes, but this one is quite big, and none of us have done this. But also, I receive intuitive information. That's why I have changed my entire life with this information, because it's cosmic, it's universal, and it works. It's just really kind of it's difficult to explain to people how that happens, but what you experience is that you get to this place, if you've done the work, shadow work, mirror work, whatever you want to call it. It's always working through your journey, your life path, and moving through the restrictions and limitations. It's no different for anyone. We all do the same thing, but not everyone will do that. And I'm saying this now because not everyone is going to do that during this period, which is why we're going to see more chaos. We're going to see more disruption, more things going on. Everything that's happening now, I've been talking about, all the weather conditions, the war, the leaders, all of that stuff. But everything is energy. So if you decide that you're going to make yourself what you came into the world to be, that you're going to become happy and you're going to allow abundance to come to you, because it's always there. No one has any of it. It's just that we don't allow it to come in. And I did that, so I can talk about it. And that's why I always see it in my clients as well. But let me share the message with you, and I'll read it so you can kind of get all of it. And it's really quite funny because I get called out a lot on this in this message. Okay. It may be too uncomfortable for you to become happy and prosperous. We wanted to use a title that might cause curiosity, and we wanted to make it fun, for that is the only way Roger finally agreed to tell the story. And it is uncomfortable for him. Roger knows that part of his path to his personal success is to become vulnerable, but it is never easy for him. Yes, it is like pulling teeth. Yesterday, Roger decided about his life direction, sent an email to his subscribers, and part of his message included an increase in his program's cost. Roger is always more sensitive to others' needs than his own. So he recognized that so many experience financial insecurity. He thought it might be insensitive, yet it wasn't. Roger held a meeting earlier in the day where the topic was, what can I do to help the world? In the invitation he sent to others, Roger stated that the manner they will discover might surprise him. As he looked at the members in the meeting, Roger could clearly see how each one of them could offer so much to the world and facilitate its healing if they could only own who they are and their valuable life experiences. Roger can see this in others and never in himself, just as you have not. We are saying this because you do not need to beat yourself up, for this is the way evolution works. When Roger sent his mailing last night, it included a video he recorded earlier where he picked up copies of all the programs he has created over the years. It was only then that he began to notice his value and what he might offer others. After sending the email, Roger received a response immediately from a member stating how much they looked forward to the calls each week. Even that information did not make it comfortable for Roger to own his value. Still, we are offering this story to so you might own yours. And even this challenging time will no longer trouble you. And eventually you will become happy and prosperous. And that was the message. And that's true for every single person. And I've lived it. So I do know that it's true. But I also know that it's a challenge for us to take those steps to become vulnerable and to put ourselves out there. But that's the way that we become successful in whatever area, whatever it is that you're doing. Mine was, I've been introverted all of my life. So me bringing things out was always challenging. I don't like social media. I don't like a lot of things. So, but I also knew that this work is going to be so valuable for so many, and that's why I had to do it. We are going to move through some changes that over the next several months that are going to be a little uncomfortable for some because it's going to be energetic changes. But the fact is we're creating something better. I'm talking about the world. But the way that we accomplish that is by going inside, deciding to move through all our junk, as I call it, all the stuff that has held us back, and then create something meaningful and put that into the world rather than all the anger, the hatred, and all the division and chaos that's going on. Take your time, focus on what you want to become, and things will change. And what I'm doing too, I'm going to do a presentation on September 23rd, so there'll be information about that. But I thought I wanted to really show people this journey that I have taken and how they can get there. Because like I said, I did a channeling session the other day trying to tell people you can do anything. And I know this because I've done it. And so now that's what I will give back. And you can do the same thing. Every single person has something within them when they become willing to own it and move through all the shame, embarrassment, doubt, all that stuff. Then you become happy and prosperous. All right. See you guys soon.